Good day, everyone. We are here in our very own VASIANTV studio and special event center located at the Hacienda Crossing in South Arville, Las Vegas, Nevada. And here are our cool stars for the week. Google India plans to get 50 million women in India using the internet within 1 year through a new initiative that aims to bridge the gender digital divide by providing women with easier access to technology, the company said. Of more than 200 million online users in India, only a third are women. The Helping Women Get Online initiative involves setting up easy internet access points for women across the country with a toll-free helpline to guide new users. The project's website, www.hwgo.com, also provides step-by-step information in both Hindi and English on the basics of how to use a computer and access the web. Needless to say, the tutorial featured Google properties like YouTube, Chrome browser, and the search engine. It's so cool to empower women.
Oh my god, yeah. When the first Chinese theater production ever in Las Vegas opened at the Palazzo on December 16, it will feature a cast of nearly 50 performers. With a budget running into the tens of millions of dollars, Panda's director Ann Zhao promises a show totally different from Cirque du Soleil spectaculars. At a preview performance with banker-producer Hui Wang, he said before the 2008 Beijing Olympics, a lot of people didn't know much about the Chinese culture and arts. Now they're excited to see more. The Las Vegas audience will be seeing something they've never seen before. The incredible acrobatic artist includes the first ever U.S. visit of the Shaolin Temple Kung Fu Master Monks, the National Acrobatic Troupe, and the Bian Lian ever-changing masked dancers. Large-scale state-of-the-art LED screens and lighting effects will transform the stage into various scenes, including an underwater world and a bamboo forest.
Both Panda and Kung Fu, they are two national treasures of China. That sounds so cool.
It's beautiful. I saw some of the pictures and screenshots. Definitely a go-to.
Really? But that made me thinking, is there going to be a live panda performing on stage?
Who knows?
Well, or are they going to be sleeping through most of the show?
It'll be cute, you know, a little baby panda on the side.
Yes. A new $140 million fund to boost climate resilience in cities in 6 Asian countries was launched on Friday by the Rockefeller Foundation, the UK government, and the Asian Development Bank. The Urban Climate Change Resilience Partnership aims to protect 2.2 million poor and vulnerable people from climate and disaster risks by 2021. The money will be spent on physical infrastructure such as drainage, safer housing, flood protection, and wastewater systems, as well as soft investments including improved surveillance and early warning, updated building codes, and water and land use planning. The fund, which is also expected to leverage at least $1 billion in additional public and private investment, will be available to local governments and nonprofits in 25 medium-sized cities in Bangladesh, India, Indonesia, Pakistan, Philippines, and Vietnam.
Definitely great.
Yeah, great news.
Tonight is the night. A collaborative grand opening event happens right here at the Hacienda Crossing in Las Vegas. The David Tupas Couture Showroom and Atelier, together with the VASIANTV studio and the Special Events Center, will formally open their door to the public. No less than Mary Goodman is slated to lead the ribbon-cutting ceremony together with some important names in the entertainment capital of the world. Global News will be streaming the event live on VASIANTV.com, and invited guests will be treated to a special haute couture runway show.
So definitely don't miss this. It's going to be tonight.
Miss it. Yes.
Yeah. The city of Vancouver, BC, has launched the world's first secret butts recycling program in its bid to become the greenest city. The pilot project began last Tuesday with the installation of 110 receptacles in 4 downtown areas where discarded butts pile up. Because the cigarette filters are made of cellulose acetate, they can be recycled into eco-friendly products. A year ago, across Canada, New Jersey-based TerraCycle Incorporated started recycling using cigarette butts, and since then has collected millions of them from eco-conscious businesses and smokers to turn into plastic pellets for packaging. Cash incentives are offered to those who send in their butts.
That is, wow.
Yes, they're cigarette butts.
Yeah. The aquarium at Silverton's 117,000-gallon saltwater tank gets festive this holiday season. From 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. every Saturday and Sunday until Christmas, the aquarium will see a visit from Santa unlike any you've ever seen. Even sharks and fish need to tell Santa their Christmas wishes, and this jolly old submerged fellow is a sight to be seen. This is a great event for kids. One friend told me that after seeing Scuba Santa a few years back, his 8-year-old got into scuba diving. Talk about a Christmas gift that keeps on giving. This is Nancy Monse with the latest entertainment scene here on the Global News.
And this is Shannon Yang keeping you informed on the global news. Don't go away, we'll be right back.
Switch to DirecTV, America's #1 satellite television provider, the undisputed leader in sports, #1 in customer satisfaction, with the most full-time HD channels anywhere. Get DirecTV today and receive a free Genie upgrade. Genie powers your entire home with one HD DVR. There's no equipment to buy and no startup costs. Packages start at just $24.99. There's never been a better time to switch. Call your authorized DirecTV dealer and upgrade your television experience today.
Welcome to Home Sweet Home, the real estate and business segment of Global News. I'm Melody Mojica, and today we're taping right here in our very own Home Sweet Home, designed by David Tupaz and Bill Bond, and it's built by Jerry Dittman and his crew of Carlos Platt and Jeremy Holy. Mark, I don't know about you, but I really love this set. I may be staying here overnight.
I bet you will, Melody. And yes, they did a terrific job. Hello, everyone. I'm Mark Bowman for Home Sweet Home. I was watching Shannon and Nancy at the Global News set earlier, and I really got mesmerized by the beauty of their set. But just like you, Melody, I love our Home Sweet Home set even better.
Yes, well, of course, Mark, home is where our hearts are, and in less than 10 hours, we will be sharing our home to the rest of the world.
That's so exciting. Indeed, tonight's grand opening event will open our doors to Las Vegas residents and its 50 million visitors annually. VASIANTV Studio and Special Events Center will allow independent producers to use the facility for their video production projects.
And all special events held here, like weddings, fashion shows, business mixers, may be captured in high definition for keeps or shared with the audience of Global News.
Wow, like a one-stop shop for memorable events.
Yes, VASIAN's TV studio and Special Events Center at the Hacienda Crossing at the corner of Hacienda and Arville Streets is a stone's throw away from the Las Vegas Strip.
And now for some real estate tips and tidbits. With the increase of investors purchasing homes, many have become accidental landlords. But before you consider becoming a landlord, here are 5 things you should know.
First, becoming a landlord is not a 9-to-5 job. The daily job of a landlord is much more impromptu than structured. One day you may have 1 hour of work to do, while the next you may have 15 hours of work.
Your daily obligations can also change. You may be expecting to go to your property for 10 minutes to collect rent. But when you get there, your tenant asks you if you can look at a small leak they found. Your 10 minutes rent collection can quickly become a 3-hour ordeal.
In fact, even more, right? Sometimes.
Sometimes.
As a landlord, you wear many hats, and it's hard to truly define what a landlord does because a landlord does many different things. You must be able to adapt to these different roles to be a successful landlord. Here are some examples of the roles of a landlord plays. You can be a realtor, a salesperson, detective, negotiator, debt collector, repairman, supervisor, or watchdog, and in many cases, a therapist or counselor, right?
That's correct. We've counseled and therapied many. There are also laws and rules you must follow. Many people think, I'll buy a property, rent it out, and make some money. Easy enough to say, but if it were that easy, everyone would do it.
Yeah.
There are many legal rules you must abide by when you become a landlord.
Yes, for example, there are things you can and cannot ask when interviewing prospective tenants. You obtain a background check, how to handle the deposit, certain housing safety codes for your property must abide, and health codes to adhere to, plus knowing the proper and legal way to evict a tenant.
Yes, there is a learning curve. An example of a learning curve is when you select tenants for your property. When you first start out, you go through all the typical steps to screen the tenant. You think you're doing everything right. But 1 month later, you're having problems and are forced to evict the tenant. After you have been a landlord for a while, you rely on logical steps, but also on your instincts to select the right tenants for your property.
Determining if a landlord is worth your time is a personal choice. There are headaches and struggles that come along with the life of a landlord, but there are also rewards of personal freedom that comes from being your own boss.
Whatever you decide to do with your property, know that we are here to answer any of your questions, or if you or anyone you know need our assistance in renting or property management, buying or selling your home, Melody and I have the proven track record and the experience to help you. We've helped many of our viewers already. So call us now at 702-721-7474. This is Mark Bowman.
And I'm Melody Mojica, providing you with local business information to keep your business alive and making your house a home sweet home. Don't go away. Global News will be right back.
Switch to DirecTV, America's #1 satellite television provider, the undisputed leader in sports, #1 in customer satisfaction, with the most full-time HD channels anywhere. Get DirecTV today and receive a free Genie upgrade. Genie powers your entire home with one HD DVR. There's no equipment to buy and no startup costs. Packages start at just $24.99. There's never been a better time to switch. Call your authorized DirecTV dealer and upgrade your television experience today.
Welcome back to the Global News. Chef Les Kincaid gave his live audience at the McMullen's Irish Pub a special treat. Not only did he pair 3 fine wines with good Irish food, he also had 3 varieties of exotic coffee to pair the wines with. Never done before on Wines du Jour. Enjoy the segment.
Welcome to Wines du Jour. We're here in Las Vegas, Nevada, where we normally broadcast from, but more importantly, we're from one of my favorite restaurants, McMullen's Irish Pub. Now we're here for a specific reason, because tonight we're going to do something that we've never done before in the 12 and a half years we've been doing this show every week. We are going to take wine, coffee, and Irish food and pair them together. Now I know that sounds like, what? What do you mean? Most people don't even realize about coffee. You know, they get up in the morning, they take that tablespoon of decaf, put it in some hot water, stir it, and that's it. We're talking about high-end, good quality coffee, and the man that owns the company, well, he's the CEO, and makes it all happen, is going to be my guest tonight. So you're going to discover an awful lot of good information about coffee. In addition to that, we have one of my favorite wines from California, actually from Santa Ynez area, that is just outside of Santa Barbara, which is just above Los Angeles, and what we're going to feature this evening. Chardonnay, Pinot Noir, and their favorite from the Big Easy, a Syrah. So don't go anywhere. We'll be back right after these messages. Welcome back. We're having a good time here at this beautiful Irish pub. And tonight, we're going to have some really unique things because my special guest sitting right next to me, Scott Vale, is an expert on coffee. We're talking about high-end coffee, and we're talking about excellent wines. The excellent wines, as I mentioned a little bit ago, coming to us just out of Santa Barbara, Santa Ynez area, is Fess Parker. You might remember him as the man that wore the coonskin cap. Well, we're going to pair 3 of Fess Parker's wines with 3 different coffees on the air. Now, the first food that we're going to pair with the first wine and coffee is going to be a salmon with a lemon butter sauce with a little saffron rice on the side, and it's going to pair with Fess Parker's Chardonnay. Now, this Chardonnay comes from a particular vineyard that Fess's daughter has, and so it has the name after her. I'll tell you about that when we get down to tasting it. in addition to that then, Scott is going to give us some information about coffee. Well, this is not what we call breakfast coffee. This is quality coffee that you can have anytime, especially now if you're going to discover a little bit about wine and coffee together, pairing coffee and wine. Scott, thank you very much for sharing some of the product with us tonight and giving us some information about beautiful coffee. I thought there was only one coffee bean. How in the world do we get all these other things? Would it be something simple like the terroir, the ground where the plants are actually growing, just like we have with the Chardonnay from different parts of the world, tastes different because the terroir where those vineyards are different. Is that, am I on base?
You're amazing me with how much you know, Les. I wasn't going to be surprised about what an expert you are on food and wine, but you're correct. There's actually different varietals of coffee trees and plants similar to the grape vineyards. And then the terroir affects the cherry tremendously. So a lot of folks don't even know where does coffee come from. And it's a cherry, and that cherry inside it has 2 to 3 pits. So there's a variety of different coffees. Each country has microclimates within it, different terroirs within it. And even within the farms, just as the vintners go out and the winemakers circle up what grapes they're going to process and when, we go into the coffee plantations and do the same.
Okay, here we go now with wine number 2, which is the Santa Rita Pinot Noir from Fess Parker. And we have, to pair the food, we have a beautiful New York steak with fried onions, a little bit of mashed potatoes, and a peppercorn sauce. Now, I mentioned earlier about the salmon and the sauce that went with that, the lemon sauce. Now we have a peppercorn sauce, and truly what we're going to pair the wine and the food together with is the peppercorn sauce, not the piece of beef, if you understand what I'm saying. So the peppercorn sauce and the Pinot Noir, the peppercorns and the flavor in the Pinot Noir, you know, that starts out with cherry, which is, again, right back to what Scott was talking about in his coffee explanation. So you can see how we're trying to get this to all kind of blend together. So fried onions, peppercorn sauce, New York steak, how bad can that be? Let's pour a little Pinot Noir, and I'll ask Scott if he can get his coffee ready that's going to pair with this.
Be my pleasure.
We are trying some beautiful, unique things tonight here on Wines du Jour, and that is we are pairing wine with coffee and with food. This is number 3. The third wine, and you'll notice this is Fess Parker's old little hat that we thought it would be fun for you to take a look at if you remember Fess Parker doing his TV show. But the wine is called the Big Easy.
So our coffees all come directly from the farm, Les, all the way to the consumer's
No
cup.
kidding.
There's no middlemen in between at all.
There you go.
And
You're going to
it's-
get the best price,
Right, and it's exotic.
and they're going to get the best price. It's a win-win.
It's a win-win for everybody and helps the people.
All right, sounds great. Let's try this Big Easy here. I told you it's got Syrah, Petite Syrah, and a little Grenache all blended together, and it's called the Big Easy. And what we like to do is to take a look at our wine, swirl it around in the glass, and stick our nose down in there and take a big whiff. Man, this even has chocolate in the nose.
It's beautiful, beautiful.
Now let's take a taste of this chocolate cake, and then we can taste some of this coffee as well.
You've been teasing me all night about this cake.
I know. Wait till you taste it. You'll see what I'm talking about.
Oh my gosh.
Isn't that good?
It is the best I've ever had.
I'm telling you, it's very, very tasty. Now this coffee, man, I have to tell you, is very good. One thing about this Big Easy that I didn't mention that we try to talk about each week with Wines du Jour is this is 14% alcohol. That's not very high by today's standards. By 15 years ago, it would be on the high end. But when you take Syrah and Grenache and Petite Syrah, blend them all together, you're going to increase a little bit of the alcohol, and that's what's happened here. I have to tell you, we've had a great time tonight. Scott Pale has been a great guest. The knowledge he has is impeccable. The website, tell us again what it is.
It's exoticoriginscoffee.com.
That's easy enough.
Thanks, Les.
We can do that, you bet. Well, let's have a little toast.
Okay.
You know what? Because Fess Parker was a friend, I'm going to put on his hat.
Nice. Cheers.
Thank you very much for coming. Appreciate it. Thank you for watching Wines du Jour. We'll be back next time.
I hope you enjoyed Chef Lindsay Kincaid Wines du Jour edition of this week. If you're in Las Vegas, join the live food pairing event every Thursday each week. Go to winesdujour.com to RSVP. Chia seeds have been the latest rave. They're like superfruits because they deliver the maximum amount of nutrients like fiber, omega fatty acids, calcium, antioxidants, and even protein all together with minimum calories. For example, chia seeds delivers 42% of your recommended daily fiber intake per serving, 18% of your daily calcium, which is 3 times more than skimmed milk per ounce, and it has more omega-3 fatty acids than salmon, ounce for ounce. The best part about chia seeds is that it absorbs up to 12 times its own weight in liquid and becomes very plump, sweet and soft like tapioca pearls, and can be used pretty much in the same way. So it makes a great addition to your morning cereal, dessert pudding, salads, soups, yogurt. A great way to add chia seeds to your diet is by putting them in your morning oatmeal. For me, I make an overnight no-cook oatmeal. It can be thrown together in 5 minutes the night before and make it very healthy and low-calorie grab-and-go breakfast in the morning. Basically, combine 1/4 cup of Greek yogurt, 1/4 cup of almond milk, 1/4 cup of oats, and 1 tablespoon of chia seeds, and a pinch of salt. Mix well and refrigerate overnight. You can sweeten them up with honey, maple syrup, or chocolate syrup, mix with mashed bananas, toss with chopped fruits, top it off with some nuts, shredded coconut, chocolate chips, or all other delicious goodies. Have fun playing around with different flavors. For my flavor creations, go to lvcnn.com to see the recipe in Chinese. And if you're more of a visual person, stay tuned on VASIANTV.com. We will have step-by-step video tutorials available in both Chinese and English. As always, feel free to share your ideas and leave your suggestions in the comment section of the video and get a chance to win a thank you gift from our crew. This is Shannon Yang, keeping you informed on the global news, sharing the best diet, fitness, and fashion tips with you on the global news.
Switch to DirecTV, America's #1 satellite television provider, the undisputed leader in sports, #1 in customer satisfaction, with the most full-time HD channels anywhere. Get DirecTV today and receive a free Genie upgrade. Genie powers your entire home with 1 HD DVR. There's no equipment to buy and no startup costs. Packages start at just $24.99. There's never been a better time to switch. Call your authorized DirecTV dealer and upgrade your television experience today.
Welcome back, everyone. I am happy to announce that a hot, new, and star-studded segment will soon be featured here on the Global News. All Access TV with Janet Nepals, a Hollywood foreign press correspondent. Janet shares her intimate moments with Hollywood stars. Here's a teaser clip.
I'm Janet Nepales, and I'm here at the Walt Disney Concert Hall. Join me in my world of celebrities, stars, and fabulous events. You're also the producer in this show, so what made you produce this show?
As soon as I heard about it, it just made sense. I could see it as a long-running TV show.
I hope Janet will interview me and Shannon soon. I'm also happy to announce that our very own hair and makeup artist, Simply Farrellyn, will be launching a new segment on Global News, Makeover Minute by Simply Farrellyn. Catch it only here on the Global News.
I am Simply Farrellyn makeup artist.
Stand by for the Gaming Today Sports Bulletin. This is Nancy Montse for the Global News.
Enjoyed this week's episode of Global News right here at the VASIANTV Studio and Event Center. Check out our official webpage at VASIANTV.com on your smartphone, save it to your homepage, and that will keep you updated on our latest episodes and news updates.
If you have any news items, videos, or photos of Las Vegas that you'd like to share with our viewers, feel free to email them to us at globalnews@vasiantv.com or call us toll-free from anywhere in the U.S. at 866-936-2404.
We wish to thank our most amazing crew here, especially David Tupaz, Bill Bond, and Simply Farrellyn. Thank you for making us look good each and every episode. Today, our hair and makeup artists are Christina Jacobs.
And last but not least, thank you Jerry Dittman and crew, Carlos and Jeremy, for helping us build our new home. And don't forget to like our Facebook page, VA Global News, and Twitter at VA Global News.
Yes, and don't forget to watch us live streaming tonight at VASIANTV.com, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time.
Have a blessed week, everyone. Bye.
VASIANTV, the community channel for Asian Americans in Las Vegas.